great dancer.
Man, it's crazy because I always thought my hair kind of reminded me of Mickey's ears when I had the hat on.
Yeah,
So I started rocking the hat.
yeah, I know that's
know,
right.
I
I
see.
got this from the Salvation Army in Fort Wayne,
Okay.
and so I just figured I'd wear it just because, like I said, man, I grew up watching Walt. I'm a writer,
Really?
so he was just a visionary,
Yeah, you said Walt.
a visionary of purity for family.
Yeah,
You know,
Walt. Yeah, Walt.
he was all about family, never against any family in America. He was a Jewish gentleman until he was older. Then he gave it up because he put God to the test. God failed. And he was an intelligent man at 90 years old. After that, he says, if God don't answer a man 90 years old, God don't exist. I'll wait till one does, and I'll fly to heaven with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
He didn't care if it was a man, a woman,
who
or
said
a
that?
gorilla.
Who said that?
Walt Disney. He says in evolution, there's going to be a God sometime, or any kind of creation that rises to God for whatever reason. And he put his hope in that because he was a big astronomer and astrologist.
So,
Those are things that people never knew about him.
well, you know
He wrote that in his memoirs, though, that were printed in 1984. Yeah, they were the Library of Congress and were distributed throughout certain libraries, usually bigger cities had them. The Kennedy Center had them in Washington. I looked at them in 1982 when I was just a kid.
Well, you know the movie Rudy.
Yeah,
It was a Disney movie,
yeah, it was.
and I used to work at Notre Dame between 2015 and let's say 2017. Well,
Yeah,
I started working there between those times, but like from like I had the devil try to buy my soul through like there's real occults out here, Satan.
People will try to buy them, just so they can manipulate
Or
them.
witchcraft, or they try to curse me, man. And I've seen the devil, and it's just like that movie or that show they have called Lucifer.
I saw that. I never saw it look like he was a good guy in that, wasn't he? Or a good guy?
That's the thing, and that's these churches out here. Sunday service is actually Egyptian sun god worship.
Yeah.
It goes back to yeah.
I never had a problem with that as long as they kept it real because every
Well, blood sacrifice and stuff. That's done away with. You know what I mean? That's what was done away with. That's why the Messiah was crucified even on the cross of the first.
They did that. Even the Incas did that. It's animal sacrifice. What happens is that they make the correlation of that animal sacrifice is equal to man's sacrifice as an animal. And that's when evolution.
And that's when it became powerful, man, because they changed his name. The Messiah, he had a Hebrew name.
Yeah. I was shy. That was the Greek. Actually, that was the Greek Hebrew, the Hawashai, because it started out in Greece.
Because the book Hosea
Yeah.
was actually it's another translation as well.
It's a Greek translation from Latin to Greek to Hebrew. It's a triangle.
Yeah,
It's the mind's eye of the prism.
It's like a subconscious thing.
It's the prism.
Because you have to overcome all three obstacles.
Yeah. It's
something
the,
you learn in like martial arts.
Well,
Martial arts isn't. It's not something you learn. It's a style.
It's the stoicism of knowing that every culture. See, this our planetary system, or egoless. We think that this is the only planetary system that has ever existed on the face of the earth. There's been so many that have existed. If a god of evolution, a man or a woman or anything ever rises, then they will go back in the past, seal the past, become the God of yesterday, today, and forever within eternity. Judge them within the righteousness of truth, the foundation of just creation, within the revelation of acknowledging the fruitfulness of their life, not even to the fact they have to love a God, because God did not exist, but just the acknowledgement that any goodness, even the fact they had life to live in any time frame that was relative within the relativity in the time of light. And that's when the time of relativity, the time of light, enters into the person that has the intellect, and it makes them the crown of righteousness for all time. Because the crown of righteousness and truth.
Yeah, you see like a scar on my forehead? Like Harry.
Oh yeah, a little bit right there.
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up here, man.
Did you? I grew up in Fort Wayne.
8 years old.
Yeah.
All like studied hip hop and stuff. Like my dad was of color. And come to find out, the true Jews are of color.
Yeah.
Studying the Bible, Jeremiah 14:2 says Judah is black.
It will say that, the reason being...
The whole slavery thing that happened
it's
in between the 15th and 18th century, up until now even.
Men get so wrapped up in the fact that they think it was all about certain races. It's just the evil of men, the evil of women that wanted that and couldn't transcend in their own mind that's just...
Right, it's no longer a color thing.
It's no longer, it's just a thing of life. It's a lack of it's a lack of equality.
Now they're just fighting over who's right, who's wrong.
That's about it.
And then killing,
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of years in the penitentiary. I was never affiliated. I could have been affiliated a dozen times to the Vice Lords, the GDs, the Peeps, because there's different factions of Bloods where I was at. The AB, the Italianos. I could have done everything. I could even done the Mexican Mafia with my dude Jorge, who was Mexicano, or even the old school out of LA, just because I was a stand-up guy. They knew I'd never snitch on them.
Yeah, it's about loyalty when it does, and that's what it comes down to. You see many colors in all types of those games you just named, and ultimately, sometimes you'll get as bad as where some people pull out. It's different levels to it. People don't never experience like
so much competition.
Like military. Some people sign up, but they never go to war.
There's so much competition within them because everyone wants to be the power of it.
The king.
You smoke regular cigarettes?
No.
I was hoping you did. I was gonna get one from you.
No, I don't. Yeah, I stopped, man. It's been a few years now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like your book bag.
Appreciate it, man. I'm a traveling. I sleep on the streets and it's just trying to tell a story and find other people who, like Walt Disney, Mishawaka, whole Pocahontas and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Mishawaka over there is about the princess, Native American princess who dealt with settler.
That was Taekwondo. She was Potawatomi Indian, but she was Mohican. Taekwondo. Because Taekwondo was the rivers. They floated all the way up there. They started.
Mohicans were like,
they started out as the Iroquois, but then all they did was war the Iroquois. Then the white man came in. All the white man wanted to do was war the Iroquois, because the Iroquois, all they wanted to do was be able to hunt their land. They never bothered any white man, any white woman.
Yes.
They just wanted to be able to hunt the land, and they started arguing over hides, rawhide, beaver hides, deer hides.
Yeah.
Always about money.
Well, it's just like, look at the rap industry right now.
Yeah.
What are they fighting over? Drugs, women, money, cars, same thing. No new thing under the sun.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
When I seen the devil, I seen Jesus, man.
You seen Jesus?
So like, there was this old man. I was in an NA meeting. It took time for these things to come to pass, right? Yeah. And he said the same thing I said. He said he seen Jesus in the bar.
Jesus was a gypsy. A lot of people, their family traveled. A lot of people.
When we say this, we're trying to tell people we see the devil.
Because that's the
because that wasn't.
Any Indian tribe, and there were Indian tribes, travel as nomad until they get in the promised land.
But
how's it going, man?
As everybody knows, like the Son of God, as Jesus, his real name is Yahweh Shai, and nobody should ever call him Jesus if they understood what our story is actually revealing throughout the scriptures. Um,
You know, I've searched, and I understand your in your search.
I seen the dragon, the devil, Satan, in a bar.
You know, the thing is that I was villainized for so long, just as being a bad boy. That that I was villainized because like Tupac, they talked about the color of my skin, and they talked about my prosthetic leg.
Tupac.
I just started beating the fuck out of them. Just beating them down like a little bitch.
Well, that's what I was thinking on
know.
getting to because I'm tired.
I just
because
beat
I
them
had
down
people
like a little
following me at the
bitch.
gas station
Like
yesterday.
a little bitch with a dick in their mouth. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Exactly, man. Because we're at that point right now, man.
Yeah.
It's just like die for
You get
some
along.
things.
We get along real good. I ain't got to. We're sitting here talking like grown men. You know what I
Some
mean?
real
Shit.
stuff, real
Yeah,
conversation.
real talk, man. You know what I mean? Shit. It makes you more like a fucking
But
caveman.
I tell them like there's white people out here who look white, but they got old souls looking dating back.
Yeah, that's kind
We
of
believe in there's a white that is black.
Yeah, I never did statuses and
AC/DC,
shit.
AC/DC, Back in Black.
Yeah.
That was a deep song
Well,
because
see, a lot of those guys were from pirate families. A lot of people didn't realize
a lot
that.
of that music was possessed from the spiritual realm.
Well,
too,
see, the
so
thing is they grew up Jewish or Catholic.
they knew secrets.
They grew up Jewish or
Yeah.
Catholic, and all they did was they beat them over being Jewish. They beat them over being Catholic. And they say, hey, listen, all we want
those
to do is
kids,
fucking
they were-
rock and roll.
Yeah, they were-
So we got to be in the motherfucking devil to go out there and do our motherfucking thing and not worry about, some man's religion. Because, they came from countries where religion, was the precedent.
Yeah, it was.
That was the president. Israel, religion is the president there.
Yeah. And 1948, after the Holocaust, founded the state of Israel was founded.
See,
the elite banking families, Rockefellers, all them,
Yeah.
Hiltons. It's all a big vampire empire, beehive. But it's just we try to tell them like y'all have the opportunity to treat us right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we
My
try to-
great grandmother survived the Holocaust. She was 4 years old. Hey man, you smoke cigarettes? I'll buy one off you.
I ain't got no dude.
All right, bro. And after that, she never talked about it. But it was a real thing. Hitler was a Jew, but what it was is he just talked to Christians into following.
Well, you know why?
There's nothing about Jews, because there's good Jews and bad Jews.
Well,
If they believe in the fact there should be no idolization or homophobia or homosexuality or Sodom or Gomorrah,
Yep.
no one's going to blame them for living a good life. They might live their whole life and have a spirit of God in them, which is just a spirit of life.
Well, I sense what Hitler was, where he's coming from. I was in 7th grade when I was taught about, because I had a German teacher and I'm German and black, so I'm like, there's got to be some understanding.
That makes him Hebrew. See, it doesn't even make him an Israelite, it makes him a Hebrew. Because a Hebrew is nothing but a nomad. That's just...
They were outcasted, exiled. From
well,
the
it's just a
Babylonian
nomad. It's a nomad
exile up
Indian
in,
that travels with his family anywhere.
30 AD, I
establishes.
think.
It's a Hebrew tribe. Just as the nomads, the Irish have done it. The Celtics have done it, which the Celtics really is the Iron Horse of Iceland. They've done it all over, and then they've migrated through Africa. Then they've migrated through the islands, Spain, Italy, had families and gone on. That's the melting pot of
Look
the
at
earth.
the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah.
These arenas they go to are coliseums. It's a Roman entertainment gladiator.
Yeah, they promote that stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's not good for the men because a lot of those guys grew up poor. It was through their own hard work. The elitism
they get
of that.
injured.
Yeah.
They get injured. They're out here. They're stuck out here now.
It's just like Kobe. A lot of people didn't know Kobe was actually biracial, and They persecuted that young man in L.A. for being
What he
biracial.
was so good at.
The whites persecute him. The black. Now that doesn't define every white, because I'm individually white. But if I say I'm individually white, I'm individually white. If you say you individually you individually you, because that's what makes you right and that's what makes me right. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't got to be no animosity, because it is what it is. I can be the white lord of the heaven, or I can be white, a lord of the earth. Either way.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we're trying to tell people, like, the Book of Samuel speaks about, like, the Lord. He doesn't look on the outward appearance as man does, but he looks on the content of the heart.
Yeah.
So.
But see, if man's got to deny himself,
like
man
I say,
ain't
like
gonna deny himself.
there's people with blue eyes, white, tan skin, right?
I'll deny God before I deny my own body.
Well, to deny yourself is to deny Him.
Yeah, I'll deny everything. I'll deny the sun, the moon, the stars before I
deny Him.
my body.
To deny Him.
Yeah.
To deny your friend, your brother out here up in the streets. That's to deny God. Somebody who's out here suffering.
Yeah, shit.
It's deep, dog.
It's just kind of like when I went to penitentiary. When I went to penitentiary, I went in by myself. I left by myself.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Anyone I was in there, and I weighed a lot more, but than what I do now. But shit, I was behind the fucking wall with lifers, man. Guys never getting out.
Yep. It's different. It's a different feeling.
And them motherfuckers.
It's like
them motherfuckers were my brothers, man. I love them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. I got my little brother in there.
They were still alive during that shit. I love these motherfuckers. Getting high like a motherfucker, getting drunk.
Just relaxing, man, because of the shit.
Yeah.
But there's a time and a place.